let's try to focus.
Sorry.
Let's try to focus. But I really wanted to do. Hey, Mocha family! I am back with Mocha Dad. I wanted to bring him on the channel because, first of all, a lot of you voted that you wanted me to do a math video with Mocha Dad. And also because as a homeschooling mom, I feel like I had a lot of confidence that I'd be able to work with my kids in all the other subjects, but I was really nervous and concerned about math. And now with nearly 20 years of doing this, I can look back and say that yes, math has been one of my most challenging subjects, and it was my most challenging subject this year. And I think a lot of it is from a lack of confidence and a fear that I'm going to pass on my weaknesses to my children. But talking to you, one would think you'd have to be so amazing at math to be able to get to where you are. But can you tell us a little bit about what your experience was?
So I always liked math as a kid. I was good at it. It's like one of my best subjects in school. I didn't do well in like humanities, like English. I did well in history, but math, I always liked math. I did when I was in high school. I wasn't like I guess the traditional PhD person in math, right? Because maybe because where I grew up, like, so I only did pre-calculus in high school, and I remember doing really poorly on the math regents in 10th grade. I remember the grade. It was a 69. That was passing. The 65 was passing.
And that's really amazing to me because I actually did really well with math. I was a solid straight A math student all the way through until geometry, which is a little bit different. If you've taught geometry, it's a little bit different from, like, say, algebra, and it's a different way of thinking. And once I got to geometry, I told myself I wasn't good at math anymore, but I still did AP calculus in high school. So I actually got further than you did, but you ended up progressing further in math. So
you did it at like one of the top 3 schools in New York City.
Yeah.
So that's nothing to sneeze at either.
I really want to bring you in now with homeschooling the kids. I really don't want to pass on to my kids the idea that math is too hard for them or they're not good at math. What do you think about math? Do you feel like you're not good at math? This is Mocha Girl 3, my 11-year-old. What do you think about math?
I don't have a math mind. I don't think so.
You don't think you have a math mind? What is a math mind?
Oh, sorry. I disagree. But anyway.
This whole having a math mind and, telling our kids that some of them can do math and some of them can't do math.
Can I say something? You mind if I say something?
Yeah.
Because the math mind, because I think that's a fallacy. Because there's most people love math, they just don't know it. Most people love math. Math is really more about thinking about the world systematically. That's what math is about. People love to think about things systematically. And there's a misconception that people think math is all about numbers. And math is not just about numbers. It's obviously numbers have a big part. But even like when I got to higher level math, at least the math I did, it had very little to do with numbers, right? It was dealing with concepts. If you talk to some mathematicians who do pure math, they will even say math is art, because it's really about thinking about things that don't necessarily exist in the real world, but coming up with a systematic way to understand it.
She's yawning. Is it getting too deep for you?
I'm sorry. So I don't get me started.
He loves math. But one thing I do have to respect about you is that he solves a lot of our everyday real life problems using math. Excel is like a calculator to him. Let's make an Excel spreadsheet for this or for that. I mean, you're always saying stuff like that, and I've seen you be able to make more effective purchases and be more strategic with things that you've done because you think mathematically.
Yeah.
And you who are saying you don't have a math mind, you have one of the most systematic, organized minds that I've seen. But because maybe we're learning percents right now, and if you're struggling with that, you know, it's easy. Don't be like me. It's easy that when you're studying a specific topic in math that you're having a hard time with, it's easy to say, oh, I'm just not good in math, and throw all of math into that feeling of struggle, when in reality, oh, I'm just struggling with percents. But it doesn't mean that I'm not good
And
at math.
what you're struggling with is just thinking different.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a new way, and you're just forming a new way of thinking, and you just have to be comfortable with just being, you know, learning how to think in a way that you weren't comfortable thinking previously. But if you keep doing it over time, you become very comfortable.